This is a number 6 carving tool, and it says 14mm just down below, meaning it's 14 millimeters wide, half an inch, and it's number 6 is how you ordered it on the Sheffield list. And when you buy this tool, you might think that this tool will just do one cut, but actually carving tools do many cuts. There are lots of what I call the outcome of the tool, different cuts, different ways of handling tools that give you a whole range of things to do with any particular tool. And that's what I want to show you now. What's really important is that you become familiar with all the different things that these tools can do for you as a carver, and eventually they become just an extension of your hand. You don't think about the numbers, you don't think about anything, you just use them, pretty much like a painter uses a paintbrush. Anyway, I'm going to grab a piece of wood and show you, and I think that'd be a very good idea if you pause the video, got your own piece of wood, different points, and just had a go at these different cuts. And when you're working on a project or anything like that, you can start adapting the tool, making it do all sorts of different things. So here's my number 6 gouge, and of course we know that gouges will do a running cut like this. So here's your basic running cut, like so. Give you a nice groove. Now sometimes you can do this in the cut, and that's called rocking through the cut, like this. It's not this or this, it's using that sweep, because that is an arc of a circle. So you can also make a sort of scooping cut like this, and when you do that you'd probably put a slice on it like so. See, so it comes from one corner. So they're little scooping cuts. Now at the same time you can make that cut this way up, of course you can make it with the tool upside down. So here's a running cut with the tool upside down, and what that is doing is you're rounding over this surface, and that's very useful for rounding convex surfaces, and of course you'd pick the shape of the gouge to pick that surface, and you get a nice clean cut because you're marrying all those cuts together. And of course you can do the scooping cut as well, but for that you do need the inside bevel. So there's a whole sort of thing you can do with the tool with it upside down, and in the videos in this website you'll see me turning the tool upside down, sometimes doing this, turning it this way up, doing that, and so on, moving it around, not just pushing it, turning it like this. So the whole thing does a mixture of a running and a scooping cut, or this way up like this, and so on. So there's a whole area like that you need to think about. Now the tool, when it's coming down in this direction like this is called a stab cut, like so, and that there of course is the sweep of the tool. That's what you see in the lists when you buy that mark there. But look at this, here's a really big number 9. If I make I'll use a mallet because it's a bit heavy. If I make a stab cut here with this tool, my number 6 fits pretty much in that curve, so it will do the work, look, of that tool. So this tool and this tool in many ways are related. So you can be scooping something in this shape, in this hollow, that you would be doing with this tool. So also putting that in there, if I get this tool, now it's a bit difficult to see, but this is a very flat number 3. This number 3 will fit very nicely into that number 6. It'll also fit into that number 9 there, look. So what it means is that instead of using this tool to do a little bit of finishing off, like this, very flat surface finishing, you can use this tool, because if you just do a light cut with the middle like that, you are doing the equivalent of this flat tool here. So again, instead of switching to a very flat little gouge, a little narrow gouge, you can finish off a surface just with this tool. Now we've also looked elsewhere on this site about, I'm going to stab that in, there's the sweep, pulling this around, and of course this tool will go all the way around like so and make its own circle. So you can make this tool do more than its actual width by slicing across, and you might do it by lifting the corner here and slicing tighter, so you can actually make it do tighter curves. You can't make it do flatters, but you can make it flatters. That's a new word, a flatter curve. But you can make it to a tighter curve, and that's really important. And did you notice that I'm using the corners? Now you can use the corners like a skew chisel. You can use it like a left or a right corner. And when you're stabbing in, of course, you can stab in with one corner or another. So there's a whole range of things that this tool is doing, and there are quite a few more, I'm sure. Anyway, get your piece of wood, get your tool, and start playing with it and seeing how you can go from this sort of cut to this cut, to this cut upside down, or whatever. Try different things with one tool and you'd be surprised what a dark horse these carving tools really are.